was ruined and his YouTube career was finished all because of a single tweet. Unlike
that changes everything. Just because bro said cringe, his career ended like that.
Oh, what's up? Oh, what's up?
Yo, what up? It's Amache back at another video. I'm about to be reacting to a video by Pexto. The video is going to be on when YouTubers destroy their reputation in seconds. Man, I mean, I feel like these videos have been already overdone already. I mean, there's a lot of YouTubers that already destroy their reputation. Some recover them, honestly, and then destroy them again like Logan Paul did. But honestly, I don't get how people just really do that. Because like you build your channel up from like scrap and you get to that whole goal and you gain an audience and then you end up doing something stupid. Like it's really kind of like really stupid of them just to throw their fucking livelihood or get into some crazy deep shit, you know, the Minecraft YouTuber thing. Them fools really got like the whole rabbit hole you do not want to go to. That's a whole nother can of worms, bro. Jesus Christ, so many of them have been exposed, and in general a lot of YouTubers have just been exposed and had their career just wrecked off just one little mistake. But I guess these are like the biggest YouTubers probably on this list. But let's get into the video and let's see what Pexto got for us. Don't forget to leave a like and subscribe if you've been enjoying these videos. Let's get it.
It often takes years of hard work, dedication, and luck to build a loyal YouTube audience. And yet, it can all come crumbling down if you don't play your cards right. So here are 6 YouTubers who destroyed their reputations in seconds. Starting with the man whose ego has gotten to his head.
Most groups or all groups, there's always like a Harry Styles, or, you know, in One Direction, or a Beyonce in Destiny's Child. You could argue that I am that of the Sidemen.
Like Harry Styles and Beyonce, KSI wanted to venture out on his own. So on May 31st, 2026, he uploaded a video that left a permanent dent in his reputation.
I have decided that I will no longer be doing Sidemen videos.
What KSI thought would be his empowering moment turned into a disaster as people in his comments started calling him out. My ego is too big to do videos with my childhood friends, so I'm going to make Mr. Beast Slop style shorts with others.
Yo, he didn't have to read it in that little British accent. That shit is crazy, bro. And I think I've already like seen like remnants of like other videos people like made on him recently. It was like a quick little video somebody made on him, and like he want to do the Mr. Beast thing. He thinks, I feel like he really got too much of an ego now, and versus years from before when he kind of remained humble, and you know, when he was feuding back and forth with Deji, he always tried to, you know, be the moral compass and see that he was right about Deji or whatever, and then now it's just taking like a whole damn 360. And it's just like showing who he truly is. Like, do you want to make more money or something, or do you want to like more like of your reputation up there? Because like I feel like that's what every creator is doing right now. Well, every creator probably that probably have their reputation ruined, or probably see that, well, or every creator that probably see that Mr. Beast's type of thing is working and they just follow his whole little formula. And I feel like that's been getting invaded by YouTube for years now. It's just annoying to watch, bro.
Noticing a lack of comments from the Sidemen suggesting that they ended things on bad terms, which was to be expected as KSI started firing shots at his old crew immediately after quitting.
I told the boys that I'm going to overtake them in views and subs eventually.
And the Sidemen's response reaffirmed that they indeed didn't end on good terms. Unfortunately, his exit did not happen in the way any of us wanted it to. JJ released the news before we had agreed on a mutual way of letting our audience know. Regardless, the whole situation was a terrible look for KSI, whose newer content failed to inspire anyone.
KSIs, are you ready? Yeah! Let's fight some pride!
Imagine destroying the friendship with people you've known since childhood just to make 6-7 content. Despite KSI being the most popular Sidemen member, many of his fans have often clowned on him for his boxing, his music, and his business ventures. It seemed almost that KSI's real fans were the ones who'd followed the Sidemen from the start, and KSI burned that bridge, which led fans to believe that the S in KSI stood for sellout. Well, in that case, the I in his name must stand for insane ego, which many people around him have known about for a while.
But your ego's pissing me off. I mean, you're literally comparing yourself to a god, whereas you're far from it.
And as KSI
That's fucking crazy. This whole video is kind of more deeper now. When we understand what Deji was kind of going through. Guarantee Deji was wrong in some things that he did back then when this whole feud was going on. But like, he was telling the truth essentially, and we literally have to see the full scope of it later on this year. Like that's like crazy what you did to your OG friends, like the whole OG group that you made, and you just like, oh, let this whole thing come out before they can even just like say anything.
Struggles to outperform some of his former Sidemen members, and having lost goodwill with more than half of his fan base, it seems like his departure video may have ruined his reputation for good. A sharp contrast to streamer Lacari, who unintentionally destroyed his reputation in a matter of seconds. During a stream in January of 2026, Lacari opened his Notepad app, which showed him having some questionable things on there.
That's some real pedophile shit right there. Also, like teens and animals.
And as the clip spread, more people began investigating the contents of Lacari's PC, and it was horrifying. Bro, even with this controversy aside, 3 terabytes of porn is effing insane. Following the
Bro, the lengths people go through, or you go through to like acquire all of that. Oh my god, you would have to just be an insane motherfucker that just like, do you ever give your meat a break? Like, god damn. Oh, I don't even want to get into like the 3 terabytes of corn or whatever this dude had going on. I don't even want to get into like the other shit he had in that. I just want to focus on him ruining his whole thing. It's crazy how like I said, I'm not like advocating for like the criminal type of thing, but like it's crazy how stupid. I said this before. It's crazy how stupid like streamers are to have this and have the audacity to have this on the same streaming computer that they stream and make videos on. Like you was just like, it was just like a time bomb waiting to go off.
The incident, Lacari tried to play the whole thing off as a mistake, but even his own mods weren't okay with that.
End your stream, dude. This isn't funny. This isn't a joke or something you can laugh off. I hope that this somehow was a mistake or a virus, but it's looking real bad. You need to get help. I'm unmodding myself and unassociating with you. Peace.
Which turned out to be the smartest decision made, as Lacari continued to try and lie his way out of the situation, further destroying his credibility. Worst of all, Lacari was grasping at straws, trying to take down anyone else he could with him, as he claimed that those links in his computer were sent to him by Mizkif, while also trying to drag Asmongold down with him.
Yo.
Asmon messaged me and said, bro, you need a separate PC for that stuff.
Oh my god.
Which was quickly debunked. Info had just come out and the clip I saw had the names and everything censored. Obviously, I wouldn't have said this if I knew what the content was. Despite Lacari's attempts to save his reputation, Twitch would ban him temporarily, while YouTubers made documentaries about his downfall.
God damn, bro. Yeah, this is like when you literally have your relationship with everybody in the toilet, bro. This is like when your life is just kind of like ruined, and if you don't have enough saved up in the bank, you can't come back. You either gonna have to work for a social media creator on something else, but you just can't have a normal career anymore, bro. Your image is everything once you in that limelight as a streamer, bro. God damn. I guess this was so shocking at the time, bro. There's so many YouTubers that covered this.
But Lacari's absence from streaming only lasted a few months, as he returned in June 2026 to address the situation.
I was touring a 2D hentai game, and the text documents came in a zip file alongside the game. Inside the link was malware. I want to make this clear. I don't condone or consume exploitative or illegal material of any sort.
And after denying that he knew anything about those files, Lacari further shared personal issues he'd been having.
I also had personal problems I needed to address. A lot of stress and anxiety. I had trouble sleeping, and I was using my hentai addiction to try to cope with that all.
However, people weren't buying the excuses. I don't understand how he can continue to nonchalantly stream after this. He's acting as if someone sent him those links, but everyone knows that's not possible through Notepad. Regardless of what people had to say, Lacari's reputation took an undeniable hit as his viewership has tanked, and he joins a long list of content creators who destroyed their reputation in seconds. Like former Try Guy turned Cry Guy, Ned Fulmer, who jeopardized not only his own career, but his entire brand after getting caught cheating on his wife, Ariel, in September 2022.
We are obviously incredibly shocked and deeply hurt by all of this. This is someone who we built a brand and a company with for 8 years. We feel saddened, not.
I remember this guy. I remember like I learned about him, and it's crazy that he made so much like I love my wife content. You know how like Chance the Rapper did, and you know how that ended. Oh, I love my wife. Like he was on. I feel like he was on the same type of vibe as that, and then you end up cheating. I mean, I feel like essentially, you know, everybody has their like fall offs of like relationships, and you know, cheatings always happen. But like when you're part of like some sort of group or part of some sort of, and you have like some sort of moral upstanding code paired with, you know, putting your wife in a whole bunch of content saying you love your wife, it falls back on you 10 times. I just feel like.
Just personally, but on behalf of our staff and our fans who believed in us.
Which wouldn't have been as bad if Ned hadn't built his entire brand off being the Try Guy who was obsessed with his wife.
I'm gonna put my wedding ring right next to this super cute picture of us. That's right next to this other super cute picture of us.
And this resulted in Ned being fired from the Try Guys while becoming a disgraced figure in their community. The Try Guy took the try too far. He thought to himself he'd try out another woman, but now he will try divorce court and the unemployment line, by which point Ned's best course of action would have been to stay away from the public limelight. However, after being inactive for 3 years, Ned returned with a podcast in 2025, fittingly titled Rock Bottom with Ned Fulmer, and his first guest, his ex-wife.
Well, here we are.
Back again.
feels weird. Feels a little awkward.
Yeah.
Bro, if this wasn't like such a damn cash grab, I don't know what it is. Like, why would your first fucking person that you have on a podcast be your ex-wife? This is like top 10 most stupidest shit I've probably ever seen. Bro, people with podcasts really just disregard every little like sign that this is a bad idea. I mean, think of all the planning that came into this, and why is she even on here, bro? I know she's doing it because he probably like paid her some money, but like, why would you want to relive all the broken heart and all that, you know, badass activity? They probably got over it and they're probably friends now, but even then, it's still kind of to go on here and return like this.
Back in a podcasting room.
And it only got more awkward from there on, as Ariel talked about how Ned's actions affected her.
Not only did you having an affair, just it shattered our marriage, but it also, like, all of that guilt and shame, you like hoisted that on me.
And how she might never be able to forgive him for what he did.
I mean, the answer is no. Absolutely not. How can you forgive somebody for lying to you, for cheating on you?
While Ned was constantly looking for ways to somehow relieve himself of the guilt he'd been carrying.
He talks about it as a scandal, as opposed to like how badly he himself fucked up making this decision consciously.
And viewers had several things to say about Ned's decision to make this podcast public. Post-game interview after cheating on your spouse is insane work. He's trying to interview her like a therapist or a fellow victim when he literally destroyed her life. Unsurprisingly, Ned's interview with his wife was the most watched episode of his podcast, after which the views have tanked, and Ned has been completing other side quests, which can only be described as a midlife crisis.
You know, you could say I'm in the middle of a rebrand. You know, I'm embracing my jaded dad bod, Ben Affleck back tattoo aesthetic. You know, I'm less daddy and I'm more every other weekend father. Yeah, no, I'm kidding. I have a great relationship with my kids.
Which makes Ned a rare case of a male public figure facing consequences for cheating on his spouse, and him being the only one losing his reputation.
I don't even think this is like the case of someone telling you that you're funny, and well, probably in the past, but I don't even know if this is like a case of someone telling that you're funny. This is definitely a midlife crisis right here, bro. Comedy is not for everybody. I know you could say the same for like people trying to be social media stars, but I feel like it's different with social media. But like comedy, you have to be strictly funny
instead of his wife. But while Ned's rebrand continues to fail, Roblox YouTuber Koofy rebranded his entire identity to hide his dark past. Before his twisted actions came to light, Koofy was a respected and well-liked Roblox content creator with over 2 million subscribers and a dedicated fan base.
Damn.
However, Koofy's rise to fame would hit a brick wall when he collaborated with another Roblox creator, Kaka V420. But just as the duo started to hit their stride, Kaka found out that Koofy was secretly someone everyone knew all along.
For the creation of the Koofy channel, he was Kellogish, a prominent figure in the Roblox community.
And Kellogish had previously had his account terminated from Roblox after it was revealed that he had been talking to minors.
Just dirty, disgusting bit that would be considered weird to any regular adult, let alone a literal child.
Jesus Christ, man. You're doing this with your like whole thing that has your name. Like, I don't understand like how people like do all of this. Not justifying, I'm just asking, why the fuck would people do this with their regular accounts? Like, that's just like lying and waiting to just get caught.
However, Kellogish rebranded himself as Koofy and was able to fool many people, including Kaka, who thought he'd made a friend for life.
I'm not gonna expose you or tell anyone, but I don't think I'd like to associate with you any longer. We talked and he tried explaining himself, hoping to stay in contact with me, but it was no use. I was going to cut him off regardless of what he said.
Following the expose, Koofy's fans were shocked. The saddest thing about betrayal is that it never comes from your enemies. It comes from those you trust the most. But the damage was already done, and Koofy didn't deny anything.
To be clear, I am in no way innocent. It's definitely a huge up I did 2 years ago. I don't want to be excused for that.
But while Koofy may have thought his honesty would help him through the situation, the opposite ended up happening as his entire fan base turned on him. Koofy isn't a new channel. It's a reflection that can never be undone. No matter how many videos he uploads, no matter how many views he gets, Kellogish's past hangs over him. With this being the reason, Koofy has since been inactive on his channel, marking the end of his reputation and any chance he can return as a Roblox content creator, which is also what happened to Barden Reed, aka Coral, who alongside the group The Pals were some of the most popular Roblox content creators on YouTube. The channel grew.
Jesus Christ, I didn't know these this compilation was gonna be filled with Roblox creators still, but damn, man. Roblox community is like a big ass like community because it appeals to kids disgustingly, and that same with the used to be the same with the Minecraft type of thing, type of video a long time ago.
To over 3 million subs, and it seemed like nothing could pull them apart, except for a tweet, which Coral posted in 2019, taking jabs at YouTubers for not having their priorities straight. While the idea was noble, Coral soon found himself arguing with countless other creators who saw things differently, and this resulted in Coral being quite rude to many of his fans online. However, things would only get worse when people from Coral's own fan base started calling him out for his takes. This is why I left the Pals fandom. Too much shade, and now one of the Pals members making not needed drama over YouTube ads, to which Coral responded in the worst way possible. You probably should have left the Pals fandom because you are 17 years old consuming content made for 6 to 12-year-olds. After which, Tiff replied that she had even spent $100 to get their merch as she was such a huge fan. But Coral replied to this with just a single word: cringe. This response ended up turning the entire fandom against him, with many creators making videos on his downfall. And in November 2019...
So it's crazy you're calling this cringe where you literally are an adult man making fucking content like that. I mean, I wouldn't essentially say like making content for kids, in the right way, but like but I feel like, I don't know, I just always feel like content creators, and like especially like Roblox creators, are just kind of cringe. It's just weird. Like it's like I said, spade calling a spade, bro. Like you seeing like people that are cringe for that, but you are making fucking content for like 6 to 12-year-olds.
Coral's longtime friend Dennis announced that Coral had been removed from the Pals following the controversy.
This was not an easy decision for us to make. A lot of people seem to think that it happened very quickly and we just backstabbed him, but I hope you know that's not the truth at all.
And what made Dennis sad is the fact that following their decision to remove Coral, he went on the offensive against his own friends.
He just decided to start tweeting lies about the pals. He wanted to drag us down with him,
which disappointed many of their fans. Coral would stay away from the online space until September 9th, 2024, when he posted an apology on Instagram. The apology was received well by his old fans and from the broader YouTube community, who admitted that, looking back, Coral saying cringe seemed pretty tame compared to all the vile crap that certain YouTubers are doing these days. Regardless, Coral's reputation was ruined and his YouTube career was finished all because of a single tweet. Unlike
that's okay. Well, that changes everything. Just because bro said cringe, his career ended like that. That's kind of crazy. I mean, it's weird that he's calling that cringe after he makes fucking Roblox videos, but that's just my opinion on that. But his shit ending because of that when people do way worse in the world. That situation seemed pretty damn tame, bro.
Ex-Mr. Beast employee Dawson French, aka Dogpack404, whose initial rise to fame came after he uploaded a series of videos in July 2024 exposing Mr. Beast's true reality.
There's a big emphasis at the company of like how to manipulate children, like understanding their psychology and everything. And like,
other than manipulating children, Dawson made a series of allegations against Mr. Beast, including calling his videos fake, accusing him of protecting employees with criminal records, and of hosting fake lotteries to scam children, leading to praise from viewers. There is no way a single YouTuber manages to overthrow a whole ass empire. This is like some Elden Ring type of boss fight, and bro delivered, and while also driving a massive hate train against Mr. Beast. Mr. Beast's PR team is effing panicking. While Dogpack was getting legal threats, his infamous rose as people considered him to be not the hero they deserved, but the one they needed. But it turned out that it was actually Dogpack's team that would soon be having a PR nightmare. Because in November 2024, YouTuber Soggy Cereal uploaded a video dissecting each one of Dawson's claims.
I don't want to put a lot of like hearsay into this video. You should just believe the receipts that I'm showing you and not what I'm saying.
Well, I've looked at the receipts, Dawson, and so far they're telling me that you're a lying asshole.
He therefore dove deeper into Dawson's background to understand why he had a vendetta against Mr. Beast.
Now I'm starting to see multiple patterns here. Hundreds of obsessive posts and comments on the Mr. Beast subreddit. Another third 15-minute long obsessive Mr. Beast job application where he goes into depth on viewer psychology, showcasing how aware he is of how every small piece of a video can be used to manipulate the viewer in one way or another.
And following Soggy's video, Dogpack just vanished from the face of the internet. I think it's beyond funny. Dogpack404 was always fat.
I'm not gonna cap, like him disappearing while all this shit was going on. It's like everybody was just like kind of dogpiling Mr. Beast at this point, because his PR was in the fucking toilet because of that Chris Tyson situation, and you know, other situations lingering on his head. And then like this guy comes out with like some, you know, crazy accusations on him and saying he fakes everything. And like, you know, the broad audience trying to believe that, and they'll believe in anything that's presented in front of their eyes. They like, even if you don't have any evidence of somebody doing something, these niggas will still just try to, you know, dogpile the creator. But like when this nigga disappeared, it's kind of solidified this nigga just was, you know, either lying or, yeah, I don't know. But I feel like it kind of said in itself when he disappeared.
As hell responding to criticism, but when Soggy dropped that vid, he disappeared completely, as did his credibility, as Dogpack continues to lose thousands of subscribers with no one really knowing what he's been up to since Soggy dropped his video, which goes to show that you could build up your reputation over days, months, or years, but often all it takes is a few moments.
That's true, bro. I think I think the one person that didn't really deserve the downfall is that one dude that said cringe. Like in the beginning, they kind of had me because like I kind of got sidetracked with the conversation of him calling somebody cringe when he makes, you know, videos for Roblox. No matter, despite that, I feel like he should have been forgiven for that. It was a simple human mistake. He released an apology, and that still ruined his career. It's just weird to me, bro, because like in this video people have done worse, and the fucking person before him did worse, was talking to actual, you know, minors. And people, and like I said, we when we learned about KSI, bro, shit, it's massive crazy ass 360 from today, bro. Deji was essentially right, bro. But yeah, people on this list just kind of really deserve to accept that one person, in my opinion, bro. If y'all agree with that, man, let me know below, or you know, tell me about some other creators that y'all think deserved a good downfall that wasn't in this video. But go check out the original video down below. I'll be don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. We are on the road to 800 subscribers. Catch you guys in the next video.
He was the best guy around. What about the people he murdered? What murder?